So welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, it's still Daybreak Africa. I hope you're enjoying the report we just gave to you. Now it's time to discuss. Today we'll be looking at child brutality and the proper ways to train children in the modern times. If you were very conversant with the Nigerian news space, especially in the social news space, you will discover that a young Abayomi Michael at Christ Methodist School in Ikhonede, Lagos, was brutalized by his teacher, who happens to be Stella Wandigo. The teacher, brutalized the boy on social media, just brutalized him. It was caught on camera, posted on social media, met with lots of backlash from people. People talking about the fact that 3-year-olds actually, yes, they are morals, but still need to be treated with love and all that. Lots of backlash on social media, and we'll be looking at it deeply today. What are the proper means to train child in our society today? Why is child brutality still a phenomenon we are still talking about in big 2025? Well, to discuss with us, we have a mother. She's an on-air personality, and yes, she's also an analyst in the person of Titilayo. Titi Wazobia, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joshua. Thank you, Mr. Blue. Good afternoon.
Yeah. So, like I introduced, actually, you are a mother, actually. You are also an on-air personality. And we all know that in the society we are today, everybody takes their children to the schools to be trained, to be taught, and all. But sometimes the backlash, the brutality meted out at children in school. But the first things first, do you think it was proper for people to use, harsh measures to train children from your own perspective, in your experience as a mother?
First of all, it's from my own side, I would say it's not really normal and it's not really proper. I don't know, but the way we were brought up, like from where I grew up back then in Lagos State, anybody that knows Ajegule very well in Lagos State, we were born in the ghetto. I schooled in the ghetto, I lived in the ghetto, and we believe in our side that if you don't whip a child, or if you don't conk that child, or maybe shout on that child, scold the child so harshly, that child will not learn. You understand? Talking about nowadays children, these Indomie children now. I remember when one of my friends' daughter came to spend the last Xmas period with me, and I just scolded her a little. Just, will you pick up that thing? And she just started, I was like, did I touch you? Already my children are used to it. Now I have all boys, they call me happy boys. And this is a normal thing. I'll just tell my child, come on, pick up that thing, and I'll just say, yes, ma. I just little something, and I was like, without even touching her. So nowadays children, I don't know. So some people, it's not really proper to train them with harsh hand. To some parents, again, if you don't train children with harsh hand, some of them will just,
swing off.
Beyond. Yes. Even the Bible said, spare the rod.
Spoil the child.
Spoil the child.
Actually, Nigerians have capitalized on this phrase, spare the rod and spoil the child. We understand that a child should be punished, a child should be disciplined,
but in love.
Should Nigerians in general not know when to draw the line, not know the limits to go on disciplinary measures?
Thank you for that wonderful one. Like I said, we ought to know the limits to go, especially with parents. Thank God, school have just resumed now. In some places, they've resumed since last week.
Yeah.
Some places have not resumed, they'll be resuming next week. Now we have just resumed everywhere. Second time I've just resumed this January. Now I don't know how to put this. As a mother, to me, I feel we shouldn't have any limits in discipline the children. If you want to discipline your child, don't say it because it's a boy child or it's a girl child. The Bible said correct in love. It said open rebuke is better than secret love.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what the Bible said. See, don't forget that Yoruba used to say one thing. I'm sorry, let me come in and say that
that is, the child that is not trained will sell the house that
definitely
brought them.
So if you say because you want to have limits at which you can, don't train my child that way. Everybody has their own way they train their children. No. I'm telling you, a lot of things will happen. I've seen children that they will come out from school and will tell their mother, "Mommy, chop knuckle," and they will do like the chop knuckle. I don't know. So it's, to me, somehow I think there was a day I even corrected somebody. Is it your son? Say, yes, now. So he's telling you chop knuckle. Say, no, that's how we do in our house. That's how we live big life. And I say, what nonsense. I'm telling you, please, parents, let us train our children. The Bible said, train up a child in the way that he should go. He said, when he's old, he will not depart. The Bible did not say train up an adult. He said, train up a child. Please, let's get that phrase, that fact. A child. Thank you very much.
Well, you see, one of the things I see there, because I watched the video myself, the video of the teacher and the boy. The boy is 3 years, and I discovered there that one of the things that really angered people was she hit the boy as if the boy was an adult, and hit the boy as if the boy was already frustrating. Like, she hit the boy out of peak frustration. And someone made a comment there. The person said that many times the mental health of most of these teachers should be checked. That if you are very frustrated, it's not towards a 3-year-old child. Maybe that was why the police even took up the matter. It was a minor actually. Now, I understand the place of spare the rod, spoil the child. I understand the place of train up a child in the way it should go. But now, from your experience, you talk about the fact that you dealt with 3 boys and all that. 3, and I know boys. When my mom was even telling me stories of someone like myself, I knew she tried.
No, you're one of a kind.
Because I knew she tried. But talking about boys tend to be like peak stubbornness, peak frustration sometimes, at that very early
They
age.
want to.
But what do you think from your own end? Has there ever been times where, from your own perspective, that frustration got to that point? How are you able to control yourself in those situations to ensure that at least met out that frustration totally on them, so that they don't? Because I feel the goal is to get the message passed and not to now become
inflict pain or mark on their body. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Joshua, for that wonderful question. Like myself, I'm a bit temperamental. I don't know. I'm a disciplinarian. Probably because I read English in education. I'm a born teacher. I never knew I would find myself into media work today. And thank God I'm doing it. But talking about that school now, which I don't know, I would not like to mention her name. Everybody knows what is going on. The news trended last week. By this time last week when the school resumed, that child was actually a minor, a 3-year-old boy. I was even saying if I happen to be the mother, I would see that teacher. I would go there and in fact, fine, I am a born teacher. But there's what they will always teach you this thing when you pass through NC. When you are angry, you don't cane. You don't cane. Let that temperament go down
first.
And that's why I will tell my children before I carry the whip, I'll tell them, they will just run because they know by the time they stay a little. Later when they come back, I say, see your food, you better go and take it on.
Like every African mother does.
Yeah, so that's where we draw to different methods of punishment, different methods of discipline. When you say that you feel as a mother that there's no limit to how you discipline your children, I feel you. But I also want to ask, don't you think there are different ways of parenting, both in different ways of discipline?
Yes.
Both in flogging, speech, actions, the things you do for your children to enumerate, the things you said to them, the way you trained them when they were growing up. Don't you think that these ways can shape a child better, not just in the discipline we think is, the discipline we think is flogging, shouting, destroying? That's once they mention discipline, that's what comes to most Nigerian parents' mind.
Thank you very much for that question. Let me use my own self. Now I've been using myself as an example. My mom is an Ondo woman, full-fledged Ondo woman, both in and out with the tribal mark, while I came from the East paternally. Fine. In my area where I grew up, back then in Ajegule in Lagos, once our mother just say, go inside, go and kneel down. We'll start shouting, Mommy, beat me, please, beat me, because we are used to English and pidgin in our side. Anybody that knows Lagos very well, Ajegule.
Ajegule is
so, Mommy beat me, now Mommy, small, and all that. Like, look at that once viral video that went on air one time. That one boy was saying, that's how we used to do. Calm down now, Mommy, because most of us, like me, I know myself, I'm a very stubborn person. I'm telling you.
You can't be a media and not be stubborn.
I'm telling you, I know myself. Don't let us deceive ourselves. Everybody know we have there must be this good and bad side about you.
Of course.
So when that thing they say don't do, I want to do it. I want to see. Now, different parents have different ways of correcting their words. Like my own, I'm used to shouting. I can shout for Africa. I want to do,
typical African.
That is a normal African mother.
Yes.
My own mommy back then in Jegule, she can just conk your head. You know the year word. This pikin no go kill me. You know, and all that. I will be shouting, yeah. But nowadays children, when you tell them just go and kneel down alone, hey, they will start crying there without touching them. And there are some parents that please, if you are used to using harsh words, vocal language on your words, please stop it. Please stop it. Please stop it. I remember, I wish my parents are alive to see me today. Some people say, this one, and I thank God for my level. That means, some say this one, with the way she is, always in the midst of boys, you know, go take carry belly. Because I was the only daughter among 4 guys.
Yeah. 4 boys?
I'm the last one.
Oh,
so when me to started giving birth, boys. You understand me?
Yeah.
So I was always behaving like a boy child. And today that's why I can play snooker, play tennis. I want to go into this. You know? You understand? So back then they will behave like woman. Go tell yourself like. Some parents can talk harsh words. My mommy will talk then. Being a deeper life and I know the woman. They are known for this harsh words.
Yeah, aggression. Yeah.
It's better she caned me than those languages she used on me. I wish she's alive today. I wish she's alive today to see what I become.
So that is to say, from a rare perspective, abuse is not even just about the physical abuse.
That verbal
words itself are very creative.
Alone can deter a child. It can mar a child and it can also deter the child. I'm telling you. It's better you like me, I can just, if I just sweep you, I'm out of it. Even though I can't even handle my children most times. Because they are not grown up anyway. I remember when I wanted to handle my first son. He just said, you just wound yourself, you will wound yourself. And I started laughing.
He has grown.
I started laughing because he's already in school. But he did also, how can you be till 12 midnight, you be on social media? So I was mad, I shouted, I said, give me that phone. So I wanted to force the phone and he just said, you just wound yourself, mommy, wait, let me give you myself. You understand? But unlike before, if I handle this, I would not. So please, we should learn how to correct our children. We should correct them in love. Though out of anger, we can do and undo. But when we are angry, we shouldn't use hard words on them. There are some angels passing by. Like one Mount Zion Faith Ministry film I watched, that the mother was cursing the child. You will not come back safely. I said you should not go, you went there, you did it. And an angel was passing and they were saying, amen. She said, you will not come back here, amen. And before the child came back, accident.
Religiously, I think that is just people accusing the natures or the work of natures. Because the Bible says that the thoughts of God for us is of good and not of evil. So I don't think angels can be saying amen.
I was just understand context actually. I was trying to listen to something actually. You were saying something, and something just came to my mind because we know the Western world. Nigeria practices more from the Western. Yes. These days we are more tuned. This current. I think that's why you were talking about the fact that children of nowadays are not like before. Some of us are very tough-skinned, extremely
like
tough-skinned.
This child they just came. This 3-year-old boy, most of them
Abayomi, yeah.
In fact, when I was like that, I've not started school. I've not even started jealousy me. Now I'm not tall.
Oh,
you understand?
Then they tell us
if you don't put your hand on your ear like this, you don't go enter school now.
Generation have changed.
So that woman, that teacher, I don't know.
That child was doing in a class.
No, to write 6. After the Xmas period, a lot of them must have forgotten 1 or 2 things that they were being taught. So coming back after the short or long or short break, the Xmas period break, so they must have forgotten some things. Then
no, definitely.
Right
Children will forget things.
You're hitting the child.
I want to even ask a question, majorly. Is it possible to take cane out of the school system in Nigeria? Is it actually possible to take that thing called cane? For someone like me, I know all through my secondary school days, primary school, secondary school, okay, tertiary institution, I did that. It was a thing of the past. But primary, secondary school, is it possible to take cane? If cane is taken out of the school system, how do you think discipline will look like?
They will not have discipline. There are some children that before you raise up the cane, they will start shouting. Some of them are afraid of cane. They are stubborn. But before you carry the cane up, they start, please, auntie, please, uncle, and they will calm down. But some they say, it's just cane, just to flog you.
So that is to say, if cane cannot live totally,
can't stop.
What other approach can be used?
Punishment is there. My mother will tell you, go and kneel down, hands up and close your eye. We know when she tells us to kneel down, hands up and close our eye, we don't die. We are done for. And I'm telling you. But not nowadays parents. When you tell them, this your child did this in school, as a teacher, you just explain to the mother. And this your child cannot even write figure 6. He did his mother say, hey, it's all of them. Nowadays children, let God help us. That mother doesn't want you to correct that child. Are you getting me? It happened when I was teaching. I remember them during my service here. There's this boy, Victor. He was the one leading the group. SS3 boys. He wants to drop out of the fence, do this, and the mother was an SU, doesn't those women that doesn't use hearing. They suspended this boy after some time. He didn't tell his mother at home. They gave him letter to give to his parents. He didn't tell them. And he will wear uniform. He will leave the school. He leave the house. He will come to school until there was a day they now asked, give us your mother's number. Others have brought their mom. What of your own mom? And usually he gave the principal. So I dialed the number on the principal's phone. I was with. We started calling. This boy had already taken the mother's phone in the house, saved the principal's contacts. I think he has it then. Saved the principal's contacts. He now blocked
the principal.
So even if at all they want to, I think criminal. You can imagine children like that. During our own time, it was not like that too. Though there was no phone during our own time. And I trust my mother. I like her for one thing. Even my father, they were both deeper livers. They were one of the PTA teachers then, and PTA
Shaman.
Executives, yes. They would come 1 or 2 times, and were very popular. So there's no how I would do bad thing. Anything, they must catch me. They must know. One time I wanted to follow, girls now want to follow our friends, very short. We want to do, put clothes in our bag. We want to go to SS3 party beach. Before we entered the motor that they organized for us. So I don't know how my mother got to know, because my school is not far to our vicinity where we live, in Ajegule, in Lagos. It was there my mother brought me out. Even all of us that wanted to go for the party cancelled. The next day they asked us to report in school, we were punished. But nowadays children will say, they will even be the one to buy clothes for the children that they use.
So that's like a juxtapose now between older days parenting, the current day parenting. Now, I think this thing, I wanted to bring it back to discussions, because I saw a man was making an analysis on social media, and he talked about the fact that he said it's just to us on social media. He said, if you are not very careful, we have weaker children in the coming years. He said, logically, the way your parents taught you, brought you up and all that, you think to an extent that they brutalized you, they finished you, they didn't make you become the best of who you are. That truthfully, he was trying to say, okay, fine. They might not have done well, they might have used more of the rod than guidance, but you are not even using the rod at all. And you aren't even giving guidance. That now you are looking at the children, they are weaker. They can't think for themselves. They are more brilliant, but they are not intelligent, because brilliance is different from intelligence.
Yes.
Because sometimes you can be a very brilliant student in school, but you might not be a very intelligent person streetwise. Many of the times companies even make mistakes.
Just outspoken. They don't
have many things on their brains. They don't have the human emotional quotient. We love the IQ, we don't love the EQ, and all those kind of things. And they said we would give birth to more, weaker children in the coming years if we are not very careful with our parenting style. You don't want to cane your child. You don't want to. In fact, he said something that was very scary. He said many of the time, and which I want to even before we progress on this, I want to even drop that. We are seeing a situation where discipline now is left to the teachers in school.
They leave everything for the teachers
and not the parent at home. What's your take on this particular view?
Thank you very much for that wonderful, Mr. Joshua. Miss Glory, can we say the truth?
Of course.
We say charity
begins
at home.
And you can never stop
at all. That was why I was centering on parents. If we say for example, you are a thief, stop stealing. Let us tell the owner of the house that they came to burgle that you to lock your door very well. If you are talking on the teachers, talking about the teachers that stop doing this, be careful the way you correct children and don't brutalize children. The parents themselves, some of the parents have left their job for the teachers to do. I know of some schools that, even some parents, let me use this now, that probably because of their kind of profession, which I will not want to mention different kind of professions, but I know of some parents that because they close late from work, when they drop the children in the school, they will tell they have a teacher for private lesson, after school hour, after school lesson, they will have private lesson till 6 when they will close. the child has left home in the morning by 6:30, probably because of traffic.
Walks and all that.
Coming back again in the evening. I don't know. Now, when they get home, the parents are exhausted. The children are famished also. So they believe that teacher must have done the assignments. You can imagine me as a teacher giving a child assignments. I'm still the same person that will suffer.
No, it's the extra lesson teacher.
That
will now
it's the class teacher that will see. Teacher is teacher now. You understand me?
Yeah.
So the parents are leaving their job for the teachers. I also know of some children, you know, I've once taught. I'm a born teacher. I know of some children that they don't know how to sweep. It is when they get to school in the morning. You see them, this line you are sweeping on Monday. They don't know how to sweep. It is in
fact,
school.
some schools have stopped that practice now. They will say the students should not sweep.
At times it helps. It's some of the teachers are the ones training these children now. I know some children that because their parents have to leave very early to Korum to go and bring fish early morning. You know, if they don't go, it's something else.
Yeah.
There are some children that private school, they will not bring them in Lagos. When they come, they wear their uniform. They just wake up so that they will not be late. If you are late during assembly, they will cane you. They will rush. They will just eat the food anyhow. And by the time they pass, they will be smelling wee-wee. The teachers will bring them back. We will bathe them in the school, everything. Bathe for them there. Dress them back again. Then later their mom will now come and bring their food during break time. She must have come back from the room. Break is in the afternoon. And they say, they have this, their lunch food. Then she will now cook and bring their food. So we even buy food. Are you getting me? Some parents don't have time to even cook in the morning. Put the children's food in the flags. Look at the weather now.
Very cold weather,
very cold. I don't know. Even as my children have grown up, I will still take time, wake up on time, heat water for them, cook and put in their flags. My son said, no, mommy, I'm not a baby. I don't need flags. I carry your flags. Most of them don't have appetite in the morning. Yeah. It's when they get to that school, that break time, see that flag, they will finish it. And I said, you say you cannot finish it. They say you know it, you see it now. And you say, that's why you're my mommy. You know? You understand? Some parents are not even friends to their children.
Yeah, they don't know.
My little boy will tell me, good girl, mommy, good girl, and I will laugh at me again. You know, playfully at home at times. Maybe when I do something, I'll help him one or two things. And I have some parents that when they come, children will sit right. During our own time, it happened. When my brothers will be playing ball, I told you I grew up in the midst of us. We'll be playing monkey post ball, this short football,
yeah.
You know. And the moment we hear our daddy taught his cajon,
everybody,
even our mom herself, good afternoon, alone, because she was a nurse. I know nurse, they are very strict with their daughters.
People that give
boys don't go near them.
Strict, no more
and an older woman, another, you know, and a deeper liver. So 3 in 1. My mom, you dare not come near us. So the moment we hear our voice, you see my brother, even you that came to play with us, you will pass back. We start washing our leg. Nowadays, children, how many of them can hear their parents' voice and do that?
We are closer, we are friends now.
So some parents have left the job for teachers to do.
And I think that is frustrating the teachers more.
Yes. So I think maybe that was what happened to that woman. That was what happened to that woman, because they must have given the child, because private school nowadays, they will give them holiday assignments, much. So probably the child went home, because the school just resumed last Monday, on the 6th of January.
I think that's an old video.
I think it was an old video. I think it was.
Yeah,
it wasn't an old video.
Okay, it just came back to light. Yes. Okay, because we all watched it. I think someone was saying they just resumed, and by the time they brought, before 24 hours, they've taken the woman.
Escalated very quick.
And they've reminded her in Kirikiri now.
Yeah.
That Kirikiri back then when he grew up in Lagos, I know they very well. We used to go and do inter-house sports there.
One of the most popular prisons.
Very popular. I know everywhere in Kirikiri. I grew up in that
scary,
vicinity. We even trekked our house from there. You understand? So you can imagine that such a teacher will be frustrated when you keep teaching a child, though she was wrong by beating, you know, using your hand on it, you know.
If you told him to kneel down, it was understandable. If you told him to stool down, it was understandable.
It was too much on that child.
And one thing, I think they were expecting too much from children, which is one of the things that a friend of mine even said something, that parental expectations on a child should also be a source of frustration on the child themselves. And it was saying it that if your scriptures, the holy books, are telling you that spare the rod, spoil the child, children should respect their parents, the holy books too told you not to frustrate them. We'll go into the place of frustration and proper abuse and all that. Immediately after this break, we'll be right back.
And with that, we go back to child abuse, the adopting proper means of disciplining children. Let's go deeper into other means like frustrating children, apart from disciplining them and all the rest.
So if we're talking about frustration here, someone talked about the place of not frustrating. Like the Holy Books even says that don't frustrate, don't
parents,
them,
do not push your children into
into
ruts.
ruts and all that. Now, talking about that, we talked also about the fact that parents have pushed all duties to teachers. Parents are far back away from teachers. Now we are experiencing lots. Now, the fact that we even saw brutality is even kind of funny. Even in the school system, I think one of the things we must even talk about, apart from even parental frustration, is even in the school system. I remember when I was in secondary school, a senior, there's this thing called seniority.
Yes.
A senior traumatized me, gave me money, 100 naira then, to buy things worth 250 and still bring change. And I reported this to my teacher, to my parents. They were like, I was exaggerating things. And that thing pushed me to a point where I think to a very large extent, I began to distrust who to even give information to because and naturally the thing that begins to make it is that when you to become a senior, you want to do met out your own. You know, we are already creating a system of
all the things that were
now
done
we've seen even children die because of this in schools.
Of course.
We saw what happened in Lagos barely 3 years ago in 2 different schools actually. And it's not just Lagos, there are other schools that it happens in, but you know, Lagos in the sense is the main hub of the country, so things in Lagos becomes so. Talking about this frustrating children, handing over to teachers, let's even talk seniority in schools. How do you see that system generally in schools and how it has contributed to child brutality in Nigeria?
Frustrating children. Is it the teachers now or the seniors? Which of them?
The seniors,
seniority system.
Yeah, the seniority system especially.
I don't buy the idea. I don't even subscribe to such.
Sorry to go. Actually, even amidst siblings, we have that thing manifesting. Your elder brother and all that. Yeah.
Yes. No, me now being the last child, I really suffered from my elders' hands. The hands of my elders. And my mouth was very sharp. You know, after they finished beating me, I'll be the one to look for their trouble. Because they say, no, don't play with us, they're already complete. I want to scatter their post, and they will catch me and beat me. I won't cry there, no. When I notice my daddy's or my mom has come back and that's like, hey, you know, so that they will say, hey, you beat her. And me, I used to have, you know, when I was small, I'd be scratching my body. So there's one mark that I will not scratch that place. Blood will not come out and stain my uniform. I will not say, hey, they will think, you have killed this girl. Because we're not. They will be beating my other brothers.
And they won't give room for your brothers to explain.
They will even ask them to explain. So most times, the younger ones are the ones brutalizing the senior ones.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Sometimes.
I think that's another light to this.
Most times.
For someone like me, last boss especially.
I don't cause trouble. Nah, I don't cause trouble.
Okay, we are together. Now,
God.
and most times, the senior ones want to show
seniority.
My brother was like, I'll catch you first. Not just come outside, you stay there. I'm telling you. And when our parents leave, come and see me. Even in my house, it happens. Me, I have voice. If I'm at home, they dare not touch my boy. But when I'm not around, before I come back, I notice there's something he wants to talk, but maybe they told him, if you like talk,
He'll be filming inside, but he can't
speak.
He can't speak out, yeah.
Even in schools, it happens. Take for instance, what was the name of this school in Lagos 2 or 3 years ago when they bullied this Sylvester one. He later died.
Sylvester actually was when he died.
Sylvester, I think. Yeah. Even the something affected the mother. Like the mother too just passed away. When that boy was speaking, then they said, maybe it's just normal. You know? At times,
the same thing, they didn't believe you.
They should listen to these children. Don't say because it's the 3-year-old boy, you know? What if that camera did not pick that teacher? that came that
And they even arrested the person that
episode
videoed
would have just ended that way.
Yeah.
for the person not to. Okay, I thought it was even CCTV that.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Somebody was. You see.
Yeah.
For you
He-
to
she
take
or
your
he
time
or
to
she
video that whole
witnessed
thing,
it.
another was going through
And
pains, crying. You did not go there to stop it.
They arrested the person too.
They are partners in crime to me. Are you getting me?
Of course.
As a mother, I can't take that, and I won't take that. I said something that, thank God my mother trained me in that way. Then I thought she was wicked. I was even saying, no, are you truly my mother? I would be crying, I would be asking her, are you truly my mother? Because they flog us now. They cane us. But nowadays, I don't know. It is only, like, I remember my little boy. It wasn't like when he just wake him, today is Monday, school has resumed. He was like, oh, you know. But the moment I mentioned the teacher's name and said hello, with fake, I'll just carry my phone as if I'm calling the teacher. I didn't dial the teacher's number, but I'll just use hands. So he said he will not call. He said, Mommy, I'm going, Mommy. Some children are afraid of the teachers. They have respect for it. Even during our time too, let's be true. If we see our teachers passing and we are outside our compound, we just run.
Till today.
No, nowadays
like
they will see
seeing
teacher on the
actually.
street. Some of them will just be teacher, honey. The Rory Abikini, see his head like this, see his leg like.
Maybe it was exceedingly wicked then. Maybe.
I'm telling you. So some teachers bully the children, some seniors bully these little ones, and the little ones also
Bully the seniors.
is vice versa.
But should the seniority system be encouraged?
That's why I like some schools. It should not be. It should be encouraged also, but under one fact: if you are not part of the prefects.
So it should be more of prefects.
Thank you.
That
like
is,
I
you
like
are
some
teaching
schools.
them to respect authority.
Some schools will
by
tell
that.
you, this is junior block from just 1 to just 3, and this is senior
And
block after the
juniors
staff
can't
room.
cross
Don't
it.
cross to this side. Then this senior,
dare
some senior
not.
will just go and take the younger ones water after they must have finished playing ball during break time. They will just go and drink because give me water. If you don't give, and those ones will not be able to talk. They are not blood, though, but because you are their seniors, you understand? Are you getting? And that child will be tested till evening. Even these younger ones, these junior classes, how old are they? They are still children. But that is part of bullying. And that child will not be able to tell the teacher. You understand me? Some of these senior ones will go take their money forcefully from them. They will go there and say they will follow their friend as a prefect. And you're not a prefect, but you follow your friend as a prefect. So apart from it, should be encouraged, but apart from the fact that that person is a prefect. If you are not a prefect, you should not be seen in the junior section. Even at home, the parents should take note. Some parents say, "Be like there's the other brother, then they let me fight in there." Some parents will say that. Whereby you have boys are my type. No, they will fight. They want to show the manpower.
Yeah, boys.
A man is a man. Either small or big. Come and see my house.
Struggle.
At times I take time. I study these things. A man is a man, no matter how small or forget the age. They want to fight. They will fight, and some parents say, "Maybe they are all boys. Let them fight now. After all, they are all boys." No. What if they injure themselves? What if something went wrong? What if the furniture, one of the electronics just gets broken? And so please, we should correct that fact.
So talking about frustration, you said something first. You said you talked about the place of listening actually, like I literally talked about. I talked about the fact that there were times when you want to be heard, they don't hear you. You want to say something, they don't say it. Those peak frustrations. You want to do something, they don't make you do it. You have an idea, they don't make you. And there are sometimes there's a point where beating gets exceedingly too much. I know a friend whose mom actually, even after caning him at home, gave the teacher's cane again to cane him. So they already gave the guy the tag of being a bad person. Till today, some students still see him and say, "I know you with your parents." Secondary school days was one of the most brutal days in our life because I don't think I have a classmate till today, especially for all of us that attended my school actually. I don't think there is a classmate till today that knows many of us by our actual name. The surname was what we used to call each other, and we were so insulting from the surname and all that. So the brutality, and sometimes you want to talk, you want to speak, no one is hearing you. And one of the things that does to children is at the end of the day, it puts too much pressure on them to be quiet, to be. So I don't know. In order to bring children out of this kind of situations, what advice do you have generally for parents, for teachers in the line of training children so that peak frustration does not become Because these are the children that later become the hooligans, the touts, the bad people. Some of them don't even like marriage at the end of the day and all those kind of things. Because I know many rape victims that won't have been so traumatized if their parents actually had them. So what then do you think is the best pattern for this?
Thank you for that wonderful question. I know I will always use myself as an example. You see this thing you just asked now, even happened to me. One of my boys, I will not mention a particular child. I remember when I will go to work, my boy will now come back from school. He will now stay with our neighbor upstairs, the up flat. We stay down flat then. You know? And there's this girl that stays with our neighbor, lives in the house there. And a lot of things are going on that with parents have to correct you. All parents should always listen to their words. Please, parents, try and listen to your children. Don't say they are little boys. Let's assume they did not cover that boy, and that's Ayomide, that boy that was beaten, that 3 years old boy. And when the boy gets home, now start telling his mom, then the mom will not believe. You just see your child sleeping. The next morning, you start stretching. Before you know, you start running temperature. You say, I go to school, you don't want to go to school, lazy boy, Abi. He said, no, my teacher will beat me. You say, go, he said, you know. Some parents, but thank God they covered that stuff.
They will say, if you do good, will they beat you?
Thank God they covered it too. It's happening everywhere. There are some places that such a thing is even worse than that. It's happening.
Some of them would have even commented on social media and began to castigate the teacher. They are doing worse.
It's not only that teacher. It's not only that teacher. I'm telling you, it's happening in some schools. That's why at times I wish I have money. CCTV is very, very good. I'm telling you. I pray God provide for me. CCTV is very, very essential. For instance, when my boy will be telling me then, one of my boys, Auntie Precious used to touch my, and anytime you go, and my body will be doing me one kind, mommy. There was one time I said, Auntie Precious used to. And this girl was a secondary school girl, a senior class. She was in the SS class then. And I said, are you sure what you are saying? So one day again, anytime the boy comes back from school, because my neighbor's daughter and my son attend the same school.
The same school, wow.
So they will help me pick him because I used to close late then. So they will help me pick him and he will stay with them till later I will come back. So this same particular girl that stays with my neighbor will carry the, even our sister, auntie doesn't know of this. It was later when my son was talking. Thank God I happened to be a kind of mother that I listened to him. He kept on saying this. Then I was like, go, Papa. He said, no, you start crying. He'll be afraid. I'll push him to the step. I go now. Hey, this one is at the step. Come and pick him. I've gone. No. My boy will be crying. So one day I said, come. And I asked. He said, they used to touch me. Yeah. And my body will be doing me one kind. My this will not be standing so bad. I'm telling you, I started crying. Now I was using myself as an example.
Wow.
If I thought ground will open, I will not live here today. I didn't even wait for him to finish. I climbed up and fetched this guard before anything. So most of us parents, we should give our children listening ears. Another instance happened again. Two brothers, is it two brothers? No, two sisters, thank you. They went to spend the holiday in one of their, family friend. Now, unknown to the family friend that their elder son happens to be one of these boys that wants to make money fast. We call them Yahoo boy.
Yeah.
So when they were sleeping in their room, they don't used to close the door. Maybe it's a 3-bedroom flat. The two sisters were sleeping, and this boy came, tied the cloth, carried the small calabash. You know the way they used to. He was not doing it on one of the daughter's head. So now the noise now woke the other sister.
Yeah.
So when the sister opened her eyes and saw what happened, you understand? She was like, she wanted to shout. The boy just started using incantation. Anything you see, you must not say that. The girl started
choking on.
And their mother believed my children went for holidays.
Whereas those are things they were actually passing through.
Now let's assume that those children, they got home back, and the daughter is not explaining what happened there to the mother. The mother will not believe. Abi? So please, parents, we should give our children listening ears. But not all listening ears, though. Like my little boy doesn't like screen. Now I said it. If you do your assignment, you this one tomorrow, you start giving one excuse. And I want to do my ear like this. My auntie now do this. I'll say
because your children can be very manipulative.
So you want to say something that you go and fight with
the teacher. That's the balance.
As a parent, you should be able to know when your child is saying the truth.
And when not,
when it's
but
trying to manipulate.
that is kind of difficult, though.
It's actually, and also these listening ears you're talking about, you know, there are situations where children can't even talk to their parents because they don't embrace them, they don't give them that openness to be able to talk. Yes. So maybe if they fall into bad hands, you know, show me your friends, I tell you who you are. Maybe if they happen to maybe get pregnant, that's the most common one. Okay. And they can't even say it to the mothers or the fathers just because the parents has not given them this this openness.
Them,
yeah, they are not open for you to they are not embracing them, so they can be able to tell them a lot of things. And also, how do you see this? How do you think parents should be able to be open-minded to their children, even to the level of teaching them sex education?
Yeah, sex education. Yeah,
that was another one for today. Thank you for that wonderful one, Mr. Glory. Like me now, I told you, I have pure boys. You know, hey, my son was asking one question one day. Let me leave that side, this person now.
Okay.
And I was like, I wish your dad is there because he's supposed to be the one to be teaching you this by now because they're already in secondary school, apart from the one that's in higher institution. And then, if parents don't listen to their children, a lot of things will go wrong. I'm telling you. It's two ways now. The fact that you want to listen to your children doesn't mean you will not take it as because your children reported this person to you. Every time you now start fighting with every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the streets, you have enemy.
Of course.
The Bible said, "Be slow to be fast to." Be fast to hear.
Be slow to
act. Thank you.
To react or react.
Please, at times when your children tell you this, say, "Okay, I've heard. Let's go. Don't worry, I'll do it. When we come to our school tomorrow, they say we should all bring 2,000 for this." I've heard. Most times I have the teacher's number. Most of the teachers, I'm friends with that school. You understand? And there are most times that I will just, you know, I will call one or two of the teachers, or at times I will come there myself without my son knowing. I will not confirm. I will notice that it's not even the teachers that ask them to bring their money. It's the seniors. It's the friends. You understand me? The teacher wanted to celebrate his birthday. The teacher was not even aware, but because they love their class teacher, so that plan, let them gather money and present the teacher a gift. And now use wisdom and said, "Mommy, they say we should pay." You know, children.
Which you would have just come open.
Please, then we should also be friends to our children.
Very important.
Friends in the aspect, not only positively, not only negatively, also positively. Ask me how.
Yeah, tell me how.
Now, not everything your child says you will listen to. It's not everything your child wants you give to them.
Of course, you should teach them how to accept no.
At times, even when they say, "I don't have for now," let them know that. Because these are little girls nowadays. I could remember when I was still teaching that even right under our nose, one of our SS3 girls wrote WAEC with 4 months pregnancy. We never knew. And that girl stays with the parents. She comes to and fro from her home.
And the parents didn't know?
It was in the school there.
Exactly.
And I was the one that noticed it. I'm telling you. I was the one that noticed it. And I called her, I said, "Come." You know? But she leaves the home every day. But the one that was not close to her, early morning they will carry cola nuts. Yoruba will say Obi. They must take it to the particular market. Early morning, the motor must not leave you. Boss used to come and carry them. So they don't have this time. And before the mother will come back, it's in the evening or night. The girl will now close from government school now. She will now start following friends. This one want to have boyfriend. This one will give her boyfriend. And before you wait. Even she herself never knew she was pregnant. And nothing happened to her.
But I wanted to even ask, because as we round off gradually, that looking at the economic situation of the country, how do you think it's going to be very easy for parents to have that kind of relationship with their children? Most parents are not willing to be absent, but because of economic requirements, everybody's hustling in this country. Many of us these days, in the yesteryears, we used to have situations where husband is working, wife is an housewife, or maybe wife is working, which is very rare. Wife work or husband is not.
House husband, why are you laughing?
Extremely
Don't
rare.
discriminate. House
Though
husband.
these days now we're seeing people doing remote works and all that.
Yeah.
But economic requirements, we are not always available. How do you think a parent can still build relationship despite meeting with your economic demands? Some people, I know women that they have office, they still have shop and all that because they are trying to make ends meet. Sometimes the husband, his work is taking him in multiple places.
Yeah.
So how do we build relationship to a point where children can be able to communicate with us and we can be friends to that point?
Thank you very much for that one. Please, parents, let's try and make sure our children are our number one priority. No matter how busy I am, I still have time for my boys.
Correct.
You understand?
Yeah.
No matter how busy, please, let's look for time. Look at the kind of job I find myself into now. There are most times I get home late. There are most times, my children must have, I will meet them doing the assignments. I will see, they'll give me your English notes.
Because
let me see.
Established that already.
Check. At times when they sleep, I will go to their room and check their notes. Yes, if I see a pen or somebody book that I know is not from us, I did not buy it for you or your daddy didn't give it to you, I will tell you. Tomorrow morning, I will make sure I put it on the table so that I will remember. Where did you see it? I will copy one note. My friend said, make sure you return it when you finish. Please, you can be that. If you don't have time for them in the night, before they leave for school, wake up on time. Try and do something. Prepare something for them. After the morning prayer, talk to them. You are going to school now. You'll be a doctor for tomorrow by God's grace. You'll be this. You are going there to fulfill. You are going to your work to do this. Talk to them well. Are you getting it? Then they will have that sense that, oh, my mommy wants me to be this. And I'm going to become so. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
You can even do that. At times when they are in school, once in a while, that's why I love schools that do open day. Go there and know what your children are doing.
Must even be open day before you even go. Can you go even before the open
day? You can just go like uninvited. Just go. Nobody's going to.
That's why most of these parents are leaving the job for the teachers now.
Yeah.
Create rapport with your children's teacher. Create this familiarity. Make sure they are, at times just call on the teacher and ask, please, is my son, is he making it well in English? Please, is he, because I write English, my children shouldn't, I will beg them. So another subject too. I want to get the math teachers contacts. I'm a friend to the school. They know me very well there. Even the father. He drops them in the morning and I will ask questions. And I used to tell my son, that I was telling the younger, I said, you are going for junior YF this year. This is a new year. You must not do this. You must not fail. You must, anything you don't understand, ask questions. Ask us, come back. We are educated.
Yeah, it is believed that the stricter the parents, they spoil the kids. For instance, parents lock their children inside. They don't let them see light. They don't let them interact with friends and all the thing and all the rest. It is believed that those are the children that once they have that slightest opportunity, they go wild. Yes. I don't know if that's true.
Yes.
If that's true, why do you think it's like that?
Take for instance, during my own time, now I always do myself as an example.
Of course, we love it.
As a deeper life growing children, not deeper life now that they are now watching TV. Our deeper life then we don't have television. We don't TV. And we can cram. We're the best. We're very intelligent. Yeah. Deeper life, geography, please go and watch those children. Now, during our growing time, we don't have time to use the arena and all that and all that. You can see the way I'm even dressed like themselves. You understand? I still love that doctrine anyway. It really helped us. Now, so those of those children, they were locking us inside them.
Okay.
A child that will get spoiled will get spoiled.
So you think there's no remedy to it?
No.
There's no antidote?
I don't believe in that. It's not until you lock your children. You don't want this one to, don't mingle with this one. Though there's an adage that said evil communication
corrupts good
manners. The Bible said so.
You are locking them up when you're not focusing.
But it's nowadays it's for children that wants to get spoiled. I'm telling you. I know of some children that their parents are worse. They fight every day. They
and that's
even in the face of their children.
Bad influence.
And look at when they grew up. My friends, one of my friends, she married the best husband. They are friends, she and her husband. But back then, during our growing days, her parents
used to fight. I think some people learn from other people's experiences.
And even during then, deeper life, they used to lock us. My mommy can always tell us, I joke with the mothers, deeper life mothers, don't go to this window, don't pass this one entrance. Don't eat this yalagbaja food. If this one give you this, don't greet, Then,
too bad.
Look at me today. I opened my ear myself. I'm not saying using earring is a sin, but I just felt no, those doctrine were not. They lock me up. We don't play, we don't associate, we don't mingle. This one I did it myself. So any child that will be good will be good. Any child that will be bad will be bad.
You don't think in the influence of the parents can
I
help?
don't think so. No, I don't think so. It was in those days that when you lock your children, most times they'll be tamed. I understand they'll be this, but nowadays any child that wants to be spoiled will be spoiled.
Well, that's a statement of well, many might argue with the statement.
Of course,
I might have my own views and all that, and cool, because for someone like me, I have an experience of some people that, for some of us, if they didn't lock us up, actually, we would have turned out terribly and all that. But then we are still trying to be good, and everybody tries to be good, actually. We are all making attempts. But hopefully, we just hope the thing called child brutality will be a thing of the past in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
And we can actually look for more proper means to build children, and not in the place of building children in modern times, create weak children at the end of the day. And like Titi actually said, ensure that your relationship with your children is top-notch. Your relationship with their schools is top-notch. Don't just leave parenting and child trainings to the school. Parents, you are the first. Charity will always bring it at home.
Yeah.
When it starts at home, yes, it's going to go out to the hood and all that. So it's something that we must actually focus on. Thanks so much, Titi, for being a part of this. We really appreciate you.
Thank you. So thank you for watching, and stay with us till tomorrow. My name is Glory Emmanuel.
And my name, as usual, is Enjoy Joshua Odeji. Bye for now. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.